Is the music industry oversaturated in 2021? Yes. Well, that's the short answer. But there's a really long answer. And we're going to get into all of that today. A lot of you have been asking me to do videos about my music opinions ever since I did a video talking about why I thought that music was trash. So let's just get into it. I personally am a music fan. I'm a fan of good music. I'm a fan of I can really fluctuate between like solely liking the beat in a song and not even caring for the lyrics. And then I also have songs where I just really like the lyrics because of the storytelling aspect. But something that I think is really lacking in today's music is the use of live instruments. These days, artists can just go in the studio and the producers just press a couple of buttons and boom, you have a song. And I think that that's why I gravitate towards a lot of, 80s and 90s music. And it's because that was the era where they were kind of still using more live instruments. They were, just getting into, computers and all of that type of jazz. And so that's why I really appreciate like Tiny Desk. If you don't know what Tiny Desk is, just search Tiny Desk concert and just please get your life together because you're not on track right now. Of course I'm joking, but honestly, like music with live instruments just hits so different. And I really appreciate artists that try to incorporate live music as much as possible because it definitely changes the way that you hear the music, if that makes sense. It just changes, and you'll start to hear the difference. Even when I listen to like the Tiny Desk version of certain songs that I like, I think it's just more soulful. And then of course the background singers are always nice. So if I had to say one thing that I would like to change about today's music, I would definitely have to say it would be I need more live instruments. Another thing that I would have to say is that pop music is a bit confusing to me. Like when I was younger, I used to think that pop was like a genre, but then I found out that pop stands for popular. But it's strange because some radio stations would be like all the pop hits without the hip hop or like all the pop hits but like you know what type of radio stations I'm talking about. But I think it's just like I don't really like what's popular. Like if I turned on a pop station, I wouldn't really like the popular music because my music taste is I think my music taste is unique because I do look for, storytelling, and I do look for live instruments. I don't really gravitate towards what is popular. I think that another aspect of the music industry that I don't really like is that if you're not signed to a label or if your label isn't doing a good job with marketing you, you probably aren't getting the attention that you deserve. And it's so funny that I'm saying this while Normani is up. But genuinely, your label and your marketing and your all of that can really make or break your career. So I think it's sad and it's unfair because it puts artists in this position where it's like, oh, should I sign this record deal so I can get more exposure? Or should I just stay independent and do what I want, but I probably, won't have the amount of connects that I would if I were signed to this label. So yeah, but in terms of the music industry being oversaturated, I think that let's just talk about her because her did something different. She was really about the music. And something I appreciated about her was that she kept her looks kind of tucked away for so long, because so many times in the music industry they'll be like, oh, she can sing but she doesn't have the look. And I think that that's what was going on with Jasmine Sullivan for a long time, because she wasn't, the typical R&B singer look. And so a lot of the opportunities that she could have gotten were given to other people because she was not seen as the typical R&B star, which is really sad because Jasmine Sullivan is so talented and she just has amazing vocals that are just now starting to be acknowledged by some. But yeah, her just really focuses on the music, and she's like, you know what, don't even look at me, just listen to the music. And that was something I appreciated about her. But I say all that to say, I think that the music industry really looks for people that have the look and not the talent. And so that's why we start to get things that are oversaturated and everything sounds the same and nobody's being innovative. And it's because these, labels and stuff are really looking for factory, like robots, and not artistry. I also think that the music industry is like a cycle, because I think because I listen to so much 80s and 90s, I can see that in the 80s and 90s music, they were sampling from the 70s. Now, in the early 2000s, they're all sampling from the 90s. And so it's just like a cycle of other people sampling, other music from the past decade. And I think that's cool, but I don't know. I think I would like to see more individuality. I would like to see more artistry, more live music. I would like to see more performance, like Normani and her Wild Side video. I need to see more of that, because that choreography was just the cinematography. You could say what you want about the song, but I have not seen a music video that had that type of choreography along with the cinematography all put together. I honestly couldn't tell you. Motivation was really good as well, but that's just how I feel about the music industry. I feel like it is oversaturated and there are a lot of copycats. There are a lot of people that are trying to fit an image and they don't want to stand out. so it keeps them in a box so they can be in the pop category, because then you have this issue where it's like, oh, what category do we put them in for this award show? And they don't have a category to put them in because they are so unique. But I really do hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Leave your comments down below, and thank you for listening.